It's Monica. I'm back. I am 12 weeks post-op today, and in fact I crawled into bed and I wasn't even gonna make a video, but I haven't been on in a really long time, and I'm kinda how do I explain it? I am probably going through one of the low points right now. I've been kind of down and out, Miss Negative Nancy, if you will. That's what I tell everybody. I'm just Negative Nancy, Debbie Downer, because I've just been so down and out about life, I guess. And I hate to get on YouTube, and I hate to share it with the world and tell you what's going on in my life, but I've really missed I've missed a lot of you and everything, and I've missed getting texts from everybody and just kind of talking about my life, even when it isn't my weight loss surgery that's topic of conversation, or when it isn't numbers on the scale. Where do I begin? My life has been really, the last couple of months, but really the last month has been insane, and it's just really been a lot of ups and downs with not just one thing, everything, because as you all know, when it rains it pours. One thing is, my honey, he lost his job, and then now he's been interviewing for another job, but it's been such a long process. I mean, it was like a pre-screening and like 3 or 4 different interviews, and anyhow, we're waiting on that. I mean, he gets unemployment, but of course, doesn't help out, doesn't pay the bills, and he made really good money and traveled a lot, so I only worked a part-time job, so that's kind of caused stress, just as far as, just having to readjust to a new lifestyle. In the process, his grandmother, her cancer came back, so we did go out of town for a while, and she had surgery to remove the cancer, but good news with that is they got it all. She won't need chemotherapy, and hopefully everything will be good. Job-wise, I know I've gotten on here and I've ranted and raved about my coworkers or my job. That's going fairly well right now. I'm a little sad, and I'm a little uneasy, and I don't really know how I feel about my job right now, just because I took the job, knowing that there wasn't a lot of money in it, but I would be working with a very good friend, like one of my best friends from high school. He helped get me the job, and now he may be leaving. I don't blame him. I don't get benefits at my small animal clinic, so I understand where he's coming from. For me, it's not a big deal. I get on Brian's insurance. Not a big deal. But when you need insurance, that's kind of a bigger thing when it's just solely you. And in the process of this, because I was always like, the doctor doesn't see what I do, and I just don't feel appreciated. I know I didn't get my raise, and I was really upset, and I had a lot of ill feelings about my job, because I felt like a lot of it was taken out because I had surgery, if that makes sense. I felt like I was treated different. And come to find out, my friend, he was like, hey, if I was to leave, his mother actually works the mornings with him, and she flat out doesn't want the other person working with her, and so, not that she doesn't, she'd prefer not to work with the other coworker. It's a small animal hospital. So they were going to hire, they were just going to hire somebody, put up a wanted ad, I don't know, however this doctor hires. And then that was Monday, and then today it was, he was like, hey, my friend is really blunt with me, we're real hey, straight up, for real, don't bullshit me. But he was like, hey, straight up, do you plan on staying here for a while? If I leave, would you take this position if it was offered to you? What would happen? Because I don't want to train you if you're going to leave, because it's basically, it's kind of like the office manager, pretty much. I mean, this person handles everything. I mean, the doctor literally, we thought he was going to cry when he found out that he could possibly be leaving. Because he's been working there the last 6 years or so. I mean, he handles everything. He goes and gets the doctor lunch. I mean, the relationship that they have, you know, it's unreal. This doctor just trusts him with everything. His credit card, all, like, it's in his pocket all the time. That's the kind of relationship that they have. So he was like, you know, the doctor was like, wanting me to teach you the paperwork, you know, would you be interested in that? And I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know about that. Because I work part-time, and it would be a full-time position. And it would be days. It would be great. I mean, I get off at like 2:30 Monday through Friday. I mean, that's a good deal. But it comes with responsibility in that position. And I am going to school for my certification, and there's just a lot to think about. But, so I'm kind of going through that, you know, still don't know if the coworker's going to get this certain job and if he's going to leave. I mean, it would definitely be something that we would have to start training on, you know. But here's the catch. Just talking to the coworker I work with, and she pretty much said that if she didn't get the position, because she's been there longer than me, then she was pretty much out the door. And they already said that, you know, she wasn't going to get the position. Basically, not that she wasn't cut out for it, just she's really good with animals. They need her on the afternoon shift. I mean, it wouldn't function without her. And me, I'm good with animals, don't get me wrong, but I've never worked at a vet before. I am a lot better with crunching numbers and clerical office stuff, like, and people, you know, that's more my area. You know, she's more into animals, I'm more into people. Like, they can't lose her on that shift. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. So I've got that every day that I'm doing. Recently I've been separated for, I don't know, almost 2 years, like I don't even know, like 16, 18 months I've been separated from my husband, and he won't divorce me because he's military. If you listen to my videos, watch them, you know, you pretty much know my story. But over the past weekend, I got in touch with him because he's deployed. He's in Iraq now, and I was finally like, hey, what's up with our divorce, you know? Didn't think he would answer. I mean, his mom, nobody talks to me. All of our friends, they turn their back on me. I mean, it's a very ugly, childish thing, but yeah, that's the story. And all of a sudden, he was like, hey, can we be friends? I'm like, you owe me over $6,000 in support, and you want to be friends? I mean, you know, it put me in a bad situation, because, you know, I'm with Brian, and then it's like, he wants to be friends, and he's emailing, and, you know, then he tried to pull this suicidal thing, and I'm like, oh, please, seriously? And I know it's probably happened. His girlfriend's probably left him, you know, because all of a sudden, I wasn't such a bad wife, you know, and, you know, he's sorry for everything. Y'all know the story. All you girls, guys included, you know, y'all all know the story, how it goes. You know, a year and a half, 2 years later, oh, you know, I wasn't so bad, was I? But, I don't know, that's really been bothering me. He did want me to agree. We tried right before he deployed to do a civil divorce and not go to court, but I wouldn't settle with those terms. It was ridiculous. The paperwork were, you wouldn't believe them. So now he wanted me to settle for $2,500 when he owes like $6,000. Truth is, I would probably settle for it, but I'm not gonna let him know that, because I need him to sweat it out a little bit now. I mean, after everything he's put me through. Anyhow, didn't want to make this about that or anything, didn't want to make it about my job, but that's the gist of my life and what's been going on. In other news, look at this. I am losing my hair. I'm going out of my mind. You see this hair? I cut it off, okay? I always loved my hair. It's always been thick and wavy and curly. Not so much now. But, yeah. Numbers-wise, I weigh in at 184 today. Finally stopped and broke the 185 mark. I hated my scale, and I literally thought I was going to throw it out the window if I weighed in at 185 again. So that's where I am at numbers. I'm in my pajamas getting ready for bed. So I want to do another update, but for the time being, I just at least wanted to say hey, let y'all kind of know what's going on in my life and why I've been MIA, and now you know. So I'll do another video probably sometime later this week, and I'll let you know more then. Alright, take care.